Jayden Daniels at the bank on a Sunday. He arrived at M&T Bank Stadium just about 90 minutes ago. The Commanders set to take on the Baltimore Ravens and their star quarterback Lamar Jackson. The buildup is just about over for this one. Look, it's only October, but today certainly has a big game feel. The Commanders, they have the front runner for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Meantime, the Ravens have the reigning MVP in Lamar Jackson. And with an ode to my friend Jim Nantz, who's calling today's game for CBS right here on WUSA 9. Hello, friends. A little less than 90 minutes from kickoff. Chick Hernandez here from Baltimore on a beautiful day. The sun is shining on a cloud in the sky. We are WUSA 9, the official television partner of your Washington Commanders, and the place to be to watch today's game. I'm here. Let me bring in my colleagues from the DC studios, my co-host Wisdom Martin and former cornerback of this Washington franchise, Sean Springs. Gents, I'm not sure that you're aware because, you know, this hasn't been talked about much, but this should be a pretty good quarterbacking game, no?
What? We had no idea. We had no idea.
Yeah, who's playing?
We're shocked. We're shocked.
Yeah.
Hey, Chick, we're glad to see you this morning. This is huge, all right? Because we're talking about two Heisman Trophy winning guys.
Yep.
Their resumes are impressive, all right? And Jayden Daniels is just getting started. Sean, let's talk about this rivalry here. The question is it a rivalry? Because it's Baltimore right up the road. Only every 4 years do we play.
But it's part of the community. It's
part of the community.
like DC versus Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, we only, 40, 50 miles apart?
Somewhere in the
would think
neighborhood,
there's some
as the Raven flies.
As the Raven flies. And you think there would be some brotherly love. There's no love between these two organizations.
Yeah.
And part of it, I think, is, you know, when I played for Washington, I think we were a little bit of jealous. The Ravens were winning. We had a pretty good defense. They had a pretty good defense. But we always wanted to hold the standard of what they were doing.
Right.
And Harbaugh had those guys rolling.
Right.
So it is a rivalry. And
right.
Maybe it's a turf war.
I like that. I like that.
War, right?
Yeah, turf war with beltways in the background.
That's right.
Yeah. So you played in this twice.
Yes.
Yeah, in 08 and 04, and you had a pick in one of these of these games.
04 was a straight defensive battle. You know, it was all about the Washington defense, that we were top defense, and the Ravens top defense led by Ray Lewis and those guys. We had some pretty good players. They had Ed Reed. We had Sean Taylor. They had, you know, Ray Lewis. We had LeVar. So we had a pretty good squad, and we got after it that night. And lost. Unfortunately, we were on the losing end.
That's all right. Yeah. That's all right. Well, hopefully today will be different because it's a whole new ball game. This is every 4 years, like I said. So this is going to be getting a lot of national attention. They're even talking about Jayden, not just for rookie, but people are talking about he could be MVP at this pace.
When you think about the years that Lamar has won MVP, Jayden looks very similar to the way he's doing. You know, not only is he completing balls, but he's running as well.
Right.
And Lamar, like a Lamar Jackson type MVP season.
Right. It's very smooth, and the resemblance is uncanny. So we want to send things back out to Chick right now at the stadium in Baltimore, where the top focus today will be on the quarterbacks. A lot of conversation will continue.
No question, guys. And I got to tell you, I feel a little overdressed wearing the tie, but this, as I said, is a big game feel. And this place is going to be rocking today with the purple and the burgundy. Look, it's been the storyline all week long. Jayden Daniels and Lamar Jackson, two Heisman Trophy winners. Daniels, who's won Rookie of the Week honors 4 of his first 5 weeks in the NFL. Jackson, as I said, the reigning MVP of the league. In my weekly exclusive with the head coach, DQ, he says, don't compare the two, just embrace them.
I would say, as much as people want to do the comparison, man, enjoy how they are. You don't have to compare. Sometimes just who they are is just right. And Lamar's just right, Jayden's just right, and they're their own man, their own ball player, what they stand for, how they play, and both of them are exceptional.
Yeah, you can watch my weekly conversations with the head coach anytime, streaming on WUSA 9+. In a little bit, you'll hear from both Mr. Daniels and Mr. Jackson. But for now, we send it back to Mr. Martin and Mr. Springs on a day when, by the way, guys, they will not have Brian Robinson, who's out with a knee injury. So that offense a little more tweaked this afternoon.
Keys to the Game is sponsored by your Washington area Toyota dealers.
All right, it is time for the keys to the game. All right, Sean.
That's right.
We're looking ahead to this big matchup against the Ravens. It's a tough matchup, but you have 3 keys to the Commanders' victory, and the first one is you got to stop the big guy.
Yeah, King Henry. That's not obvious. I know the fans at home are thinking like, no, duh, right? But it's how you stop him.
Right.
Now you can't sell out, and you can't give everybody and commit 9 guys to the ball and leave your corners one-on-one, because the Ravens still can throw the ball down the field, although Lamar hasn't been as successful this year getting the ball down the field. But don't sell out, and you got to pick your spots when you blitz the run and when you contain big King Henry.
Right, he's running like he's like 22 years old right
man.
there.
Look like Eric Dickerson.
Yeah. All right. The number 2, take advantage of the Ravens' pass. See, they're not that great
Yes.
on defense when it comes to the pass, and Jaden's great throwing that ball down the field.
Yes, everyone knows that the Ravens can stop the run, but they've been giving up deep balls. They've been giving up. They're the worst in the league. They're 31st in the league in passing, and we got to keep that way. And we have Jaden Daniels, who's been unbelievable in completing balls, so we have to take advantage of with our strength to the Baltimore weakness.
All right, and the last one, it's got to be clean. You got to keep it clean.
Yeah, you're not going to go into Baltimore and beat the Ravens if you think you're going to go in there and you're going to get offsides, penalties, pass interference. It has to be a perfect game. You have to go in there and play in all 3 phases, offense, defense, but more importantly, don't make stupid mistakes, jump offsides, and it has to be a pretty clean game.
Okay, all right. We want to send it back out back up to I-95 right now to Chick, who's out in Baltimore. That's some breaking news right there, Chick, when you said that Brian Robinson won't be there. Yeah. That's a huge loss, although Austin Eckler has been doing pretty good, and so is the other running back. They've been doing pretty good with the running game without Brian Robinson. He just adds to it and takes it up another level.
Yeah, Jeremy McNichols is the running back you're talking about. He's got 3 touchdowns already, and they brought Chris Rodriguez off the practice squad this week, so he'll get some playing time as well. Look, it's easy to get caught up in the comparisons between Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson. Both, as I said, Heisman Trophy winners, have similar playing styles. They also have similar styles in how they view comparisons.
I'll say for me, it's kind of just, go out there and just trying to be unique and trying to be not really different from everybody and appreciate what they could do, because you always learn stuff from other quarterbacks within the league. I'm not closed-minded. I always want to be able to grow, but, at the end of the day, I want to be known as Jaden Daniels and not the next such and such.
He's his own player. He's his own man. At the end of the day, we trying to make a name by ourselves, not anyone else. So I agree with that.
All right, they're all in agreement. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, the Ravens have the 2nd worst pass defense in the league. So could Jaden Daniels air it out today? It's the subject of our buying or selling question. And Santana Moss will join me as well right here on Commanders Kickoff.